Read on with lesson. So today the lesson is talking about vaccine passport. Okay, so Evan, can you read the first paragraph? And then Jolene, you can read the second one.
Okay.
Okay. Well, governments around the world may create vaccine passports to help open up societies. The passport would be a record of the holder having had the COVID-19 vaccine. It could be downloaded on the smartphone or it could be added to the microchip in identity cards. Business such as restaurants and the theaters might require people to show their passport before they enter.
Okay. Supporter of the passport say it would also allow people to travel overseas more easily. The World Health Organization is looking at a possible international scheme. This would require countries to agree on what kind of passport is necessary. So what do you think about vaccine passports? Is it a good idea? Why or why not?
Okay, so Evan, can you answer this question first? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it is a good idea because I think during the pandemic, our government should care about the safety and health of our citizens. And but the government has has also um, care about our economy, and vaccine passport might be a measure that can help us to get a balance between the economy and the safety. And by doing so, we can allow that the patient that get vaccinated to enter our country, and they can go traveling, or they can um, have do some business trip in our country, so that the economy in our country will not be influenced a lot. But it can also prevent the spread of the virus from the other country to our country, and it can protect the safety and health of our citizens. So I think it is a good idea.
Okay, Jolene, what do you think?
Mm, I would say that sounds like a good way in the beginning to reopen the window of worldwide for global travel or business. Um, since each passenger or traveler presented their vaccination certificate, that means the person is at a lower infection risk. Um, the local residents can be also prevented and protected as well. So that is a good idea.
Okay. So Evan, I have a question. If we get the vaccine, is it less unlikely that we will be getting COVID, or is it just so that when we get COVID, we're protected? Because I think that's a little bit different, right? It could be
Yeah.
we contain the strand of COVID,
Mm,
but it does not affect us. But it doesn't
mm,
mean that if I have it and I give it to Jolene
mm,
and if she is not vaccinated, she might have
mm.
serious symptoms, right? So I'm just wondering, does it just protect myself, or is it that it's less likely for me to get it?
Yeah, it surely can protect you from serious symptoms and conditions, so that the mortality rate can be lowered because the vaccination, and it can also lower the chance you contract the virus. So, but it's not means 100% you will not get contract the disease. But uh, if lower people will have the disease, it can also lower the spread of the virus. So I think um, both both either prevent spread the virus to other people, and protect yourself from severe disease are what the vaccine works.
Okay, great. Thank you for that. That's great that we have a doctor here. So for discussion question, what kind of events might people need vaccine passports for? So Jolene, what do you think about this one?
The people who need the vaccine passport for their like a business trip or student study abroad or travel abroad, even back to their hometown. As I know, the Israel has the highest rate of vaccination in the world. And the people who have received 2 injections that can show their vaccine passport to go to the gym or theater or hotel like this.
Right, okay. Yeah, it's true. Okay, great. Evan, should everyone in the world be given the vaccine?
Yeah, I think according to current evidence, the vaccine can be only given to people who are older than 16 years old for Moderna, and for AstraZeneca, it only can be used to people who are older than 18 years old. So not everyone in the world can get vaccinated according to current evidence of the studies. But I think the question is asked me about, do I think that more people get vaccinated better in the world? And I think I agree with the idea, because I think we cannot always close our border in our country. So the best way for our country to communicate with other countries and allow the foreign people to visit our country is to allow more people get vaccinated. And it is not only our country, but also other country, because we are a global village, and a lot of country and the people, they had the need to travel to other place. So that is why I think it is better everyone, at least the everyone, that people, they are evidence they can get vaccine, be given the vaccine is the better.
Okay, great. Jolie, last question. What things can you not do because of COVID-19? Oh, so many things.
Yeah, so many things. I can't travel around the world and do any outdoor activity that I want to, that I like, or even just go for work with my dog. And we can't eat in a restaurant or eating while walking. And every meal needs to take away out than take home, right? So there is many restrictions because of COVID. But before the vaccination, I can't go to visit my family and my grandmother's house, but she was vaccinated 2 weeks ago because her age is over 85 years old. So I visit her last weekend and hope we can get the vaccine soon.
Yeah, so there's a lot that we can't do. Evan, what are some of the things that we can't do?
Yeah, there are lots of things. For example, I can not go to the theater and restaurant with my family, because we can now the restriction did not allow more than 5 people to gather together, and there are a lot of restrictions for like I cannot go to the gyms, and if I want to and it a little bit difficult for patient to see a doctor, because if they have to admit to the hospital, now they have to check their COVID-19 PCR before they can admit to the hospital. And for example, it's not only the patient, but also their family. If they want to visit the patient in the hospital, they have to check their COVID-19 PCR before they go to the hospital. And there are lots of restrictions now, so it is not convenient currently.
Yeah, very annoying. So what do you think the vaccine passport can change? So what do you think it can help us with? And should we all get one? Why or why not? Evan, what do you think?
I think vaccine passport will become a new norm for the world, because human beings are social animals, so we have to communicate with other people, and we have some a lot of social activities, and people cannot endure under this restriction for a long time. So in the future, vaccine passport will become an important part of our daily life. For example, if we want to eat something in the restaurant with our family or friend, or if we want to go to the gym and travel to other countries, we might all need vaccine passport for us to go to other places. And that's why I think the vaccine passport will change a lot in our life.
Right, Jolie, what do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree your opinion. The vaccine passport may play an important role in international travel moving forward. And as I see this news, I just think it is a tool that can be used to make travel safer, even you just for business or to, sightseeing to other countries. And require vaccination for travel is not new, because some countries that are already requiring show the certificate to enter certain country. For example, proof of immunization for yellow fever is needed to travel to Brazil. So the vaccine passport change people to safely.
I also think about another perspective, and I think maybe the vaccine passport can enhance our vaccination rate, because people they who need to travel to other countries, or they need to go to work, they might want to get vaccinated, because if they do not get vaccinated, they will not be allowed to go to other places. And that's why I think it might increase the vaccination rate in the future.
Yeah, but not every country all provide a free vaccine, right?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know because there are a lot of countries. Yeah, but I think most countries they provide free vaccines for their citizens.
Okay.
Yeah, because they have to encourage their citizens to get vaccinated.
Right. So, but there's still, even when it's given out for free, I see that there's still countries that are having a hard time to, like in America, right? You see, there's so many people are, the government is trying to get, or companies, businesses are trying to get people to get vaccinated. And it takes like, oh, you have a chance to enter a lottery, or oh, you can get like a free like steak, you know? But why
Yeah,
do you think it's like that? Why do you think it's so different? I think in Taiwan, everyone's like, oh, if we have the chance to get a vaccine, we would like to be vaccinated, right? But because maybe we're not qualified, or maybe because we're not old enough, or you're not in the medical field, there's different restrictions that we're not able to get it, right?
yeah. I think it is a problem not only in the US but also in Taiwan, because of the fake news and rumors. For example, my wife's grandma, she just asked me whether she have to get vaccinated or not because she watched the TV and the TV told her us that there are some people they died after vaccination. So some older people they're very afraid. And it is true that in the US there are also some rumors and the fake news make some people they do not believe that vaccine is true. Even some people in the US they think the COVID-19 is not real, it's fake. So I think it's kind of there's always some these fake news and the rumors. Our government have to make let people to know what is true, but it's always a very difficult work because sometimes it is related to what the people they believe.
Yeah, but it's also how the government is portraying this to the people, right? I also feel
Yeah,
that because in the beginning, Trump was not, his attitude towards it makes people feel like it's not a big deal, right? Maybe it's
yeah,
to be fake, right? So I think the government plays a huge role in letting the people know how they should feel about this. Is it something that people should care about? Is it something that people don't really need to be afraid of? And also because of the news, right? There's a lot of news propaganda trying to sometimes
yeah,
not really to brainwash, but it's telling you to like, you got to be careful, right? Like
yeah.
they're putting up so many news of people like um staying away, or the government telling everyone you're not allowed to be out, or you're getting fined, things like that, then people are less likely to go out, or less likely to not wear masks, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have many friends. They're mad about the news that discuss about the number of days after vaccination, and because although the report is not fake, the number is not fake, but it misleading people to think if you get vaccinated you will die, and actually it's not true because it's only a number and it's not it's another rate because we know that every day there might be some old people died, and maybe the number of days after vaccination is just spontaneous, it's just coincidence. Yeah,
Oh,
so um, the 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 journalist they did not uh, mention uh, the they deny the fraction or the population of how to say that, the dominate 分母, how to say that, I forget.
Oh,
but maybe the
derivative.
reporter
Mhm.
deliver the report they did not mention that, so it will make people they misunderstand what the meaning of the death.
Okay.
For
So
perfection.
yeah. So you're talking about like the denominator. The word is called denominator.
Yeah, denominator.
Yeah.
Yeah, denominator. Yeah.
Yeah. So I understand that part. Yeah. So I think a lot of old people they're very worried about it. And I think that's like it's a really bad thing if it's like you don't explain to them enough about what is the real cause, or that's just something that's very misleading.
Yeah.
Okay, so for role play, we're gonna take a 1-minute break before the role play, but first I'm going to give you guys each one. So you're going to represent, so for example, Jolene, you're going to represent old people. You think old people should get the vaccine first. Okay, so you have to think of 3 reasons why. I'm going to take a 1-minute break for you to do that, to think about 3 reasons why, to present your idea about why you think old people should get the vaccine first. Okay, so you have to persuade Evan, and Evan's going to talk about children, okay, because he has a child, and so we need to imagine that this vaccine is okay for children and safe for all ages. But why should children get vaccinated first? So Evan needs to support that. And then this is the debate time for you to try to convince each other why his reasons is not that important and why your reasons is more important. Okay, this is a very good practice on trying to persuade each other. Okay, it's not to fight. Okay, you don't have to swear or to do any of those, but it's for your reasoning, right? We're listening to your reasonings. Okay, great. So we're going to come back after a minute into the same classroom, and then we're going to start the debate. Okay, so think about it, and then we'll come back. Great.